Welcome to Sovereign Citizen Legal Encounters. All right, we're back in court with Sovereign Citizen Myrick, okay? The first hearing was with Magistrate Chisholm. The second hearing was with Judge Meinecke. And the third hearing is with Judge Meinecke, okay? I'm putting a whole package together for you, okay? Some of you may have watched it. Some of you may not. But that way, this case will be done, okay? Because I want to put everything together because I don't think he's coming back to court. All right, so the videos I've already done are pre-recorded, okay? So you'll see my reactions and stuff in there. But the very last video in here is the one I'm doing now, okay? So let's get to it. Let's go.
Someone has come online from an iPhone. What is your name, please?
My name is Myrick. Special appearance today.
What is your last name, sir?
Myrick.
This is 25. I'm sorry. We'll open up the breakout room. You're going to have a chance to speak with Attorney Gagnick before the arraignment. And you'll see on your screen an invitation to join a breakout room. And we're going to go to breakout room 2. So when you see the invitation to join, please join. And he is there.
Magistrate, Mr. Myrick declined counsel.
Okay.
I'll just have him acknowledge on the record, and then I'll let you take it from there.
We've got Mr. Myrick coming back. We'll close the room.
I get the impression that he may be filing a special appearance on behalf of a sovereign citizen.
Ducky. Okay, we've got Mr. Myrick back. This is 25-00183. People of the City of Berkeley versus Kamash Daku Myrick.
Magistrate, I'm just going to acknowledge my presence for the record. Patrick Gagnick. I'm here as appointed counsel on behalf of the arraignment docket this morning. I did speak to Mr. Myrick in private. I did explain to him he does have the right to counsel. I explained to him, obviously, that right. He's indicated to me unequivocally that he does not want counsel. Mr. Myrick, is that a fair statement?
That is a fair statement.
So with that said, I'm here and present, but with that, I believe Mr. Myrick will address the court on his own behalf.
Mr. Myrick, you have the right to decline counsel. You also have the right to change your mind. If you do, just notify the court.
Yes, sir.
You've been charged in this citation that was issued on the 22nd day of January at about 5:58 in the morning with driving in the city of Berkeley on Henley near Franklin Street while your license to do so was suspended. Driving on a suspended license is a crime for which you could be incarcerated up to 93 days and or fined $500. You have a right to a trial. Trial can be before a judge or a jury. You can act as your own attorney or you can be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. You'd have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to testify yourself or not to testify. In the event that you choose not to testify, your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
No, sir. I don't even understand the charges here.
The charge is driving a car on the streets of the city of Berkeley while you're not licensed. You're suspended. That's the allegation.
Well, I totally understand, and I would love to plead, Your Honor. But before I have some questions on the record before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
Oh, I'm sure he understands the charges.
The nature of the cause brought against you is a criminal charge.
Okay.
Alleging that you were operating motor vehicle on the streets of the city of Berkeley while your driver's license was suspended by the Michigan Secretary of State. That is the nature of the charges brought against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, are you saying that these are criminal charges?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor. Further, that brings a little bit more confusion for me, because under the Constitution, there are two criminal jurisdictions. One is under the common law, and the other one is under admiralty, and that's a military tribunal venue. And under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, which one of these criminal jurisdictions am I being brought on charges under?
Mr. Myrick, your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Way to go, magistrate.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days. Now, this isn't complicated. If you want to come up with words that don't make sense, keep talking. But the bottom line is that there's no correlation with what's going on here and admiralty law whatsoever. And the common law is a civil concept. We have statutes in the state of Michigan, as do all 50 of the states. The federal courts have statutes, and common law is a civil thing. There's no common law crimes.
Exactly. So you've ruled out the common law, Your Honor. So the other criminal jurisdiction that I can be brought in charges under is under admiralty, and that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Your Honor, you said that I'm under a criminal. This is a criminal charge, correct?
Yeah.
So which of the two criminal jurisdictions?
You haven't heard what I've said, sir. This is not a matter of having the two choices that you have spoken to.
Wow.
You are misreading the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes that are brought against you here. There's nothing to do with admiralty. You weren't in a boat.
Well, Your Honor, you too have a sworn oath of office, correct?
I am sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes related thereto. And that means that I'm not going to.
So you do have a Sixth Amendment obligation to inform me of what jurisdiction.
And I think I have done that. I have told you that the people of the city of Berkeley have brought charges against you.
Well, Your Honor, the people is not a person. If I'm being brought up under criminal charges, there needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here?
Well,
maybe you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that into this record too.
Another good comment from the magistrate.
Or maybe you'd like to deal with the probate code. But the reality, sir, is that you've been charged with a city ordinance violation. It's clear what the ordinance says. It's clear what you've been charged with. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you have a right to a trial. We're going to set this for a pre-trial before the trial. You'll be notified by mail. Do you still live on Mendota?
I do, but I have.
What is your phone number?
I'm not issued a plea, Your Honor.
I have entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
I object.
What is your phone number?
You cannot enter a plea. I do not. I have not entered a plea.
I just did.
Your Honor.
What is your phone number?
There is no plea that you can enter in because I didn't voluntarily enter in the plea, Your Honor. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
You want me to enter a plea of guilty?
Under the two jurisdictions that
there's not two jurisdictions.
There's
I don't
only
know how
two
you've been misled to believe that there are. No, that's Mr. Myrick. That's what your conclusion that there's only two jurisdictions here is absolutely without merit in
Your Honor,
fact
you said
or
that this was
law.
a criminal charge. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
I'm asking you what your phone number is. Let's get down to basics here. You're making this very hard on yourself.
Your Honor, I
What's
have the
your phone
right to
number?
assert my right, Your Honor, and
What
I am
is your
asking
phone
you,
number?
Your Honor.
What is your
What
phone number?
my phone number, Your Honor, is
Yes, I'd like to know it.
Your Honor. We haven't even established what jurisdiction we're in.
I have established that. I told you it's the people of the city of Berkeley that brought the charges against you.
Your
You've
Honor,
said that three times now.
you stated on the record that these were criminal charges, Your Honor. I need to have
Correct.
an understanding. By the Constitution, Your Honor, there are only two
Where
criminal
does the
charges that I can be
Constitution say
brought
you
under.
have to have an understanding?
Say again, Your Honor.
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
By the Sixth Amendment, Your Honor. The
Sixth Amendment says you have to
the right
understand. The Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable.
Your Honor, I have the right to understand what jurisdiction that I'm being brought under, and you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Which I have done about 17
by
times.
The Constitution, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
Your Honor, you have not given me a jurisdiction, Your Honor.
I've given you a jurisdiction 4 times. I'm not going to waste any more
Honor.
time. Oh, Mr. Gagnon, let's just hope this is
not him.
Let's just see who it is.
Your Honor, I think you there was a disconnection or something.
No, I disconnected you. If you want to continue, come to the courthouse, sir.
Your Honor.
Come to the courthouse if you want to continue the conversation.
I would like to move for dismissal.
It's not going to be. No.
I would like to move.
You're gone.
She's a beauty more chocolate. Oh my God.
It's amazing how he tried to run that script and play games with the magistrate. But I'll tell you one thing. The magistrate might have let him talk a little bit, but at the end of this whole thing, yeah, he got shut down. All right, so we're going into the second hearing with Judge Meinecke. Now, let's look at the difference, how he acted from this hearing we just watched to this hearing we're going to watch. Sometimes I just think it depends on who they're dealing with as to how they act and what they think they can get away with. Because I honestly think they survey the scene and see how they're going to make their approach. Let's go.
Is that Mr. Myrick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Myrick, good morning. It's I've got this set for a pretrial. Now, I have a note here that said that you were not interested in court-appointed counsel, which is fine. So basically, at this point in time, it's a pretrial. So I would set you up with a breakout room with the prosecutor to see, what their, if they have any offers or what their story is. I just want to make sure when you go in there, like you don't have an attorney with you and they're the attorney on the other side. They may give you an offer that you like, then that's fine. But I just want to make sure that that at any point in time, if you don't like the way the conversation is heading, if you change your mind and you do want to come back and ask for an attorney, just come back and let me know. Okay.
Okay. Before I get into the breakout, Your Honor, I do want to address we are in the pretrial stage, and in the arraignment stage, I was entered a plea involuntarily. So I would love to have an ample amount of time to draw a meaningful defense. If anything, there was some questionable things that the last judge mentioned that I haven't found at all as far as a statutory jurisdiction.
One thing I want to mention right here is that when most sovereign citizens, Moorish, whatever, when they go to a judge in one court and they switch to another judge in another court, they always run this line about not understanding something or the judge didn't do something.
But I would like to have time to draw a meaningful defense as well.
Okay, so do you not want to meet with the prosecutor then?
Well, I, I, I don't think it's completely prudent right now, simply because we haven't technically um, went past the arraignment stage of this process. I feel as if my due process has been violated. Fifth and 14th Amendment. I didn't enter a plea, and here we are in pretrial. So I would like to kind of digress a little bit and have at least a enough time to develop a meaningful defense.
Okay, I guess I'm a little confused. So you had an arraignment date, and at
Yes.
that arraignment date, did you refuse to enter? Did you refuse to enter a plea? Because that's the time where a plea of some sort has to be entered. So at that point in time, did you, of your own volition, say, I'm not saying anything at all?
Well, that wasn't totally the case, but I didn't have understanding of what court I was in, and I didn't understand if it was a criminal jurisdiction, civil jurisdiction, and based on the at least the federal laws for sure, it
Were
we
you
didn't come up to an understanding. So,
okay?
um,
So were you in? So just so I understand, were you in custody at the time you were arraigned? Were you in custody?
no, no, sir.
Okay. So how did you know how to even zoom in and get here?
Say that again, Your Honor.
How did you know, like, for the arraignment, like, so oftentimes when there's an arraignment, that happens when someone's been arrested and they're sitting in custody, okay, or if they've received a ticket or some sort of notification. So you just said to me that you didn't even know what court you were in. So I just want to know, like, how did you know how to get here? How did you know how to zoom in? Because the
Oh,
Zoom
no, no.
information contains all of our like what court it is, what magistrate, like all of that's contained in there. So I just how did you
Right.
know otherwise?
No, I did receive a ticket, and I got notice. But what my issue was appearing here on special appearance today, and I needed to get understanding of what jurisdiction I was in.
Okay. All right. So because I definitely want to make sure that people know where they're supposed to be. So I think I'm looking at the same ticket that you had. So it
Hmm.
says on the ticket, 44th District Court, Royal Oak. And then the court address is on there. And then you said that you received notice. So the notice that went out, it would have had the Zoom instructions. Again, Mr. Myrick, as you can imagine, I'm always very concerned in making sure people have the proper notification and all of that. So it does
Yes, sir.
appear that, I mean, you're here a second time. The only
Yes,
thing
sir.
that I was, now looking at the file here, you were ordered to post a bond and you didn't. Now, I'm reading the notes here. It says there was a bond of 1,000 cash surety, no 10%. So $1,000 bond was expected to be paid within 48 hours. Now, Mr. Meyer, we're here today. You showed up on time. So one of the reasons that a bond is ordered is, one, for the safety of the community, and two, to a secure appearance. Well, you come here a second time, and so I am very comfortable that you are going to continue to show up. So I, at the very least, for you, Mr. Myrick, today, as long as you continue to abide by the expectation that you'll show up, and you have twice now, I'm going to actually amend that bond. So even though you were supposed to do
Thank
it
you,
within
Your
40 hours and you didn't, okay, the fact that you showed up here again, at least to me, is enough evidence to suggest that I can count on your appearance going forward. So
Your
uh,
Honor. That's righteous.
If he only knew why he had to come in with that bond.
I'm going to amend bond to a personal bond. Okay, remember, that's not a cash bond. It's just your personal promise that you'll continue to show up for court dates as you have so far. So
Yes, sir.
I'll amend this to a 1,000 personal due to defendant's multiple on-time appearances.
And what I'm ultimately asking, Your Honor, is that if I can have more time to I don't have any discovery. I don't have any. I don't have what I need to assess to move forward. So if I can have more time,
I have no problem adjourning. I have no problem adjourning the pretrial so that you could do some more information gathering.
yes, sir.
Just to let you know, Mr. Myrick, again, like our court, as you can imagine, with 696-75 Woodward, we have a lot of traffic misdemeanors that come through this court. And one of our signature programs that we've been doing for the last 8 years is, trying to really help people, because I would imagine that you pay attention to the challenges of the Metro Detroit area and public transportation issues and people's ability to get around, and how many people over time have got themselves in the cycle of, they have to drive, but they pick up a ticket and they can't pay that ticket. So the license gets suspended and they get stuck in the cycle forever and ever and ever. Okay. Well,
Yes,
in our Operation Drive program, what we've done over the last, now we're in the last 8 to 10 years, we're keeping stats since March of 2016. So in the last 9 years, we're over 1,700 licenses restored. So like, that's something that we try to do, is make sure that we inform, educate, get people the information that they need, which, Mr. Myrick, you could probably imagine, for years and years, the court system hasn't been great about letting people know even where to start, how to get their license. So
yes,
in
sir.
the meantime, while you're doing your investigation, I at least want to let you know, bear with me. I just have to, I'm just
Yes,
looking
sir.
at what's on your record so that you can at least know, because some people don't even know like where to start, how to go, or what to
Yes, sir.
do. And
And I greatly appreciate you.
and the law has changed in a significant way. It used to be that every single little ticket that you'd get would suspend your license. Now it's only a couple tickets here and there that do that. So, okay, so.
I'm very honored, Your Honor, to be in your courtroom. I think you're the one that I've heard so much good news about, goodwill and good-hearted judge, that assists the public to opposed to the opposite. So I truly appreciate your efforts here. Thank you very much.
In addition to that, he didn't come off at him like he did with Magistrate Chisholm.
Well, you're welcome. So, all right. So, so just to give you a heads up, I mean, I would imagine that over the time, because I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since you had a license, that there might be, this idea that there's a ton of tickets that are holding you up. There's actually only 2 tickets. Only 2 tickets that are actually suspending your license. There's one no proof insurance from like 2005, and one from 2000. And that one's in Detroit. Okay. Now you might have a number of tickets in Detroit, but basically now you can be surgical in your approach. Instead of having to pay the whole boat, you can pick the one that is suspending your license.
Yes,
now
sir.
you'll have to ultimately pay them all, but as you know, Mr. Myrick, it's a lot easier to pay off tickets if you have a job that you can get to reliably without having to pay for Uber, Lyft, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
And so, or looking over your shoulder all the time, rolling the dice.
Yes, sir.
And so, what we try to do is let's get in there, make a surgical approach, take care of the tickets that are actually suspending you.
Yes, sir.
And then you can get about the business of taking care of the other ones, once you get your feet underneath,
Yes, sir.
So it's there's a 2005 no proof insurance out of Detroit and a 2009 out of Allen Park. Now, if those 2 are taken care of, all that's left is a 125 reinstatement fee with the Secretary of State. And so you've got those 2, all right. The 125 reinstatement, Secretary of State. Now, since you haven't had a license in a while, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to have to take the written and road test again. But again, after all this time, after all this, energy and frustration with the process to have to sit down and take a written test, Mr. Mr. Myrick, obviously you are aware of your rights and you know how to study and do the work. You pass a written test, no problem. And then the road test, you could take that right away. So
Yes, sir.
literally, Mr. Myrick, again, I'm going to give you whatever time you need, but you're actually probably closer than you've been in 20 years to getting a license. If, again, you decide if that's a priority for you. But again,
It is, Your Honor. It is. And it has been daunting. It has been daunting.
See, I get this, and I get the sense too that so much of the frustration with the process is in so many ways justified, because Mr. Myrick, that's what I was seeing for years. People were coming in, and basically the system turned individuals who are otherwise law-abiding, hardworking people just couldn't pay a ticket, and then made them feel like criminals, and they weren't. And so what we've been doing, and it's so funny, Miss Chappelle's here. She's one of my Operation Drive attorneys. I mean, like, that's what we do. We get people back to work. We get people back to, not walking around in a virtual prison. So,
yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So, all right. So, let me see. One piece of advice that I can give you too is you can actually look up. There's not like some secret judge website. You can actually look up and see how much the ticket is. Can you, let me do this real quick. I'm going to send you a chat right now. Just tell me if this pops up on your end. Okay.
Okay.
You just say chat. Did that come up on your end?
I did. I do say notification. I'm going to click it right now.
Perfect. No, I mean, I just want to make sure you can see it. Okay. So
yes, sir.
If, let's see here. So the 36th District Court, the only challenge I will say though is that because Ms. Chappelle, because his tickets are from his no proof insurance is from 2005, are those going to be harder to look up because they're outside it?
The criminal matters are the 7-year. I can probably still find the 2005.
Okay, because I just want to make sure. I'm going to look this up because I want to see if we can figure out how much that ticket actually is, so that before he leaves today, you know what the.
Do you mind if I grab a pen, Your Honor, so I can take record as you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. See, these are just to give you an idea, Mr. Myrick, this is some of the issues that we run into is because people try to track down things, and because of some age of the matters, things like that, it might not be immediately easy to discover. But I'm going to take a look just real quick at some of these outstanding tickets just to make sure. Let's take a look. Come on. Yeah, it says here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it only has anything. It looks like to me it doesn't have his old stuff easy to access. Was there a different spelling of your name ever, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So here's what I want. I'm going to give you. Okay. Remember when I sent you this chat? I'm going to send you the actual ticket number. All right.
Yes, sir.
My only frustration is I can't give you the dollar amount, but traditionally the no proof insurance, Ms. Chappelle, down at the 36, they usually been a max like 288, right?
It'll either be 288 or 336.
Okay, so there is. Did you get that chat from me right now? It should have come through.
I missed the notification. Can I?
No problem. I'll do it again.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So, and then I'm also gonna send you the Allen Park ticket number. Okay. And I don't know, does Allen Park have a lookup, Ms. Chappelle, at all? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. I can try to look it up for him.
So Your Honor, are these two ticket numbers that you sent me in the chat?
The first one, so the first one I gave you, I did it on repeat. Okay. That's the 2005 no proof insurance out of Detroit. So if you contact Detroit, give them that ticket number and say, or if you even want to show up there, just go and walk in there and say, I'm here to pay this ticket. How much is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then once you pay that ticket, then they send a clearance to the Secretary of State. Then that's one down. We got one to go. And
Yes,
now
sir.
I'm going to send you the Oak Park, or the Allen Park ticket. And Ms. Chappelle, you'll be able to see this once I send this. I'll just send this in the general chat. If you're at the. Okay. Do you see that, Mr. Myrick?
Yes, yes, sir. I do see it. I'm recording it right now. And this is the 2009, right?
Exactly, 2009 out of Allen Park.
And there is a lookup, Judge, but I'm not finding that ticket.
Okay, so yeah, so that's so it looks like that's the only ticket out of Allen Park. So you should be able to call up there, say, here's my ticket number. I'd like to pay this ticket. Okay. Now, from my familiarity, just so you know as well, like the Berkeley prosecutor, if someone is going to get engaged with our Operation Dry program, usually there's a reduction to a non-traffic misdemeanor, so it doesn't go on your record, doesn't extend it. And so in addition to you looking into your own defenses and things like that, all the things you're doing will also put yourself in a better position to have a good resolution from the Berkeley prosecutor on this one, even if you decide, okay, well, I don't really have the defenses to this, but I definitely don't want to extend my suspension. I don't want any points to go on my record to push this out further. Okay. All right. But once those two tickets are done, then
I think I just found it, Judge.
Did you?
I think so. This 2009. Is that what we're dealing with from Allen?
2009.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the system's kind of slow today.
That's all right.
All right. So there is a drive-by license, and this is the spelling of the name's accurate. It was an order of annulli pros regarding a drive-by license suspended, but they still have a $45 fee showing. And then going back, there's 3 separate tickets. And then going back to the second ticket, because Judge, you're thinking it's an NPOI?
Yeah, it should be an NPOI.
All right. Because there are
no
tickets, all of which are showing 45s. So
really?
Yeah. So let me look at the second one. Sorry, it's taking so long.
That's all right. That'd be great news, because that'd be just $45.
No proof of insurance. This one was a default judgment. It is showing $45, but it is showing a bond that you posted, sir, back in 2009 of $398. I think they took that, so perhaps they applied it to that fee, and they just want the 45. That may be the answer on that one.
So okay. So best case scenario, they'll let you just pay the 45. Okay. Worst case scenario, they'll want the $45 on each of the old tickets, so $135. So best case scenario, 45. Worst case scenario, $135. But that's Allen Park.
Wow, that's great.
And that's 24th District Court, sir, if you're looking it up.
24th District.
And it's interesting because these are very old cases, but the close date on the third ticket is 2017. And now I'm getting error readings. So, but there's just 3. Looks like you had your bond taken on the no proof because perhaps you didn't go back, and that may satisfy that.
All right. So Mr. Myrick, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bump this out a couple weeks. You get to work chopping away at that kind of stuff. But I will say this. I only want to bump it out a couple weeks because if you get those things done, all right, I want you to come back and see me. We'll be able to run a new driving record. We'll see if by doing that, all right, that they follow through and let the Secretary of State know. Because if they take your money and they don't let the Secretary of State know, then the suspensions remain. And then we can even contact the Secretary of State and just make sure that they know, like, oh, by the way, he paid those. Right. And then when you come back here, you can give me an update. But just know, if you've paid those 2 tickets, you should be able to go into the Secretary of State and pay the reinstatement fee and go from there. So what do you
Yes,
think?
sir.
A couple weeks?
Safely to say, I would say 30 days if I can,
Fine.
if I
Fine.
can have the grace.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you dearly too. Thank you very much.
Welcome. All right, so we'll adjourn this 4 weeks, and we'll send notice again. And then just do me a favor, Mr. Myrick, if you run into issues, I'm gonna send you our direct line here at the court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And for example, if you do decide, if you're running into issues, I certainly can connect with Mr. Engot, Ms. Chappelli there. Mr. Engot's our MIDC coordinator. I know that you initially were not inclined to go with assigned counsel, but what Ms. Chappelli's doing today is exactly what would be done. So
Yes,
if you just reach out to us, let us know, like if you're running into brick walls and you say, like, I would like an attorney attached to this case,
yes,
then
sir.
call us and we'll get it done. So here's the number directly.
Yes, sir.
I just sent it to you. I can just give it to you. It's 248-246.
No, I'm in the chat, Your Honor. I see it. 248.
246-3651.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing what you can get done, Mr. Myrick. Again,
Yes, sir.
I could tell you are a person of conviction and that you are willing to do what it takes, but certainly have been very frustrated by the way in which the process has worked for the last 20 years. So let's
Yes,
see
sir.
if we can change the
Wow.
narrative here, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. That makes my heart sing.
All
Thank
right,
you.
good luck to you, sir. We'll send you a note. See you in 4 weeks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, hearing number 2 is done. Now we're going to the most current hearing that he had a few days ago. Okay, and so now we're going to see how he acts again with Judge Meinecke. Now you see he was trying to work things out in the second court case. You can only imagine how this case is going to go. Okay, let's go.
Mr. Myrick, real quick, did you have any luck with Allen Park?
I called Allen Park, and what I could clear up, which was it was a remainder of a portion of the $45 that you mentioned, but there are 2 other tickets that totaled up to about a little bit over $600 that I just didn't have. I took care of Detroit though.
So
and they didn't have a payment plan for me, so I would have got
So-
something, but
obviously my frustration in hearing this, so did they let you pay the $45 fee on the no proof insurance or not?
yes.
Okay, well then, when was this, by the way?
I don't have any record on me. The next day that after our last court date, I was down at the 36th district and talked to Allen Park that same day. I just didn't have over $600.
Yeah, no, I mean, but what's interesting though is so courts are supposed to allow people to pay. We received some direction from our our administration. We've always done it this way. We've always done it this way at this court, which is so like Allen Park. I figured you might have had a couple tickets, all right, but only one of those tickets, as we talked about, only one of them is actually suspending you. Only one, and the direction that has been received by courts in general is if someone has that one ticket, you should let them pay that ticket first so they can get their license cleared.
They told me I had to pay them all in full. No payment plan, nothing.
They said you got to pay the whole $600 before they give you your clearance.
It was actually 640 some odd dollars that I had to come up with that day, which I just didn't have. I asked them their payment plan, and they said no. I had to pay in full. So
that is frustrating beyond measure. Like this is why people give up. This is why we work so hard in our program Mr. Steinberg will tell you, he's seen us, and we try. Sir, I try to get to the other courts. I present on this at judges conferences. I'm like, listen, this is a better way. Just leaving keeping people in a hole unnecessarily. No one wins. Like, no one wins. And
Yeah. I even expressed to them how, I mean, the old, how old we both talked, the clerk and I talked about how old the tickets are, and there should be some type of payment plan, or I would have thought that they would allow for tickets so old to at least get the ball rolling, and I can make payments.
Wait,
but
did you talk to them after we talked?
Unfortunately,
Did you talk, Mr. Myrick? Did you talk to them like shortly after we talked?
The next day.
Okay, so this is the 24th District Court. 24th District Court, I just went to their webpage, 24th District Court offering amnesty program. So it started after that you talked to them. Wednesday, March 19th through Wednesday, April 30th. The 24th District Court will be holding an amnesty program for delinquent cases. For a limited time, the court will waive all late fees, including the $30 default fee, 20% late fee, $40 show cause fee, and the $40 warrant fee to reduce violations to their original amounts.
He is lucky he ended up in this judge's courtroom.
Is that effective now? Because it certainly wasn't effective when we spoke.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm guessing if you talk to them, I'm sharing you my page right now. This is the notification that I went when I went to their page. And it said Wednesday, March 19th. So that started after you went down there.
The next day.
And no one told you? That's so like no one bothered to say, oh, no, by the
absolutely
way,
not. I have my receipt from 36th District.
Oh, by the way, we have an amnesty program starting tomorrow.
This is my receipt from the 36th District.
Because
wow.
Mr. Myrick, literally, that's it. It's just that Allen Park suspension, and you're good to go.
Could you tell me what that is specifically? Because they only gave me the total number. I mean, yeah, if it's less than $600, then I could potentially come up with that. Let
me see if I can look it up for you. Okay, hang tight for me real quick.
Yes, sir.
Frankly, I'm quite confused. So when I'm reading from Allen Park, so here I'll give you the lowdown. Let me share. So if you go to the 24th District Court, okay, you go to their page. You could do a case search. Just put your name in there, okay. And this is what comes up. So let's see if I can share this. Okay.
Can I grab a pen, Your Honor, so I can take note of it?
Yeah, of course.
Because, I mean, this is my receipt from 36th District, and
I believe you on 36 because I got nothing on 36th District Court that's suspending your license, so you don't have to worry about. I believe you that you went down there because I'm looking at your record right now, and there's nothing. So there's literally nothing here from the 36th District. You have one suspension, and it's Allen Park. Now, when I look at this, it says status closed, and it says just the $45 fee. And now there's three of those. All right. Now the one that's suspending your license is this one right here. Your balance is $45. It says it's closed. Your total due is $45.
Can you expand it, Your Honor? I'm on this little phone. How about this? Can you read the case number off to me?
Here, let me. I can. Let me. Bear with me 1 second. All right. Let me message it to you. Okay. So.
Okay.
There are three $45 fees. Those files all are closed. And so I don't know what they were telling you at the Allen Park Court, but that's their records say like $45 balances. It looks to me like one point in time you paid a $398 bond back in 2009.
I did.
All right. you might not have shown up, and then they took that money. So they've got
Yeah.
a bunch of your money already. And so my hope would be is that this $45 is all you got left. So here, look, watch the chat here. I'm going to send this to you right now. Okay. Did you get it? So screenshot that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go back to that page real quick. Okay. So if you do even a Google search for the 24th District Court and you select their case search and you put your name in, you'll get 3 tickets. All of them say closed. All of them say $45 balance. Now, what I see here is they have an option. Like if you see the case details,
Thank you.
do you see this? So it's hard for me to
Yes.
zoom in anymore. But if you hover over where it says balance, there's a little credit card that says make a payment. And
Yes,
you should be able to make the payment online.
okay. And it doesn't specify how much it is. Is it? I'm sure that's not the whole $600.
Well, I don't see anything that says $600. I don't see anything. When I review this, I'm going to go back to the regular case search. I put your name in there, and these matters say closed. They don't say warrant. They don't say anything like that. So maybe I'll check this OT. This is a driving while license suspended. Look at it, says order of nollie pros entered.
Wow. She did not give me that information. I mean, if it was $100, $150, I would have taken care of it because
right there, look
I
at
paid
that.
100.
I'm not picking the wrong ones. I mean, that's your name. It's an Allen Park case. These are the
Yes, sir.
order of nollie pros, which means that that's basically a dismissal. They still have the clearance fee on there of $45, but like I would be concerned that the traffic misdemeanor would be the one that would cost like $600. But this here says the traffic misdemeanor was nollie pros or dismissed. So I don't know who you were talking to or what they were saying.
That's not the information that I was given.
I mean, unless there's a different name that I don't. This is it. So I put your name. There are 3 results. They all say closed. They all say $45. So why don't you try this out? Okay. See if you can pay for $45, and then we could find out. I can bump this over a couple weeks if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
And basically, go online. If you pay this ticket, let us know, and then obviously we can run your record here as part of your file, and I can tell you whether they cleared it or not.
Yes, sir. I would have taken care of it that day if they would have told me what you're giving me right now. I mean, I don't even. That's not even remotely close to what they were giving me when I called.
Mr. Myrick, this is.
I didn't go to Allen Park. I actually gave them a call. So.
This is what we do at this court, because there are so many, in my opinion, there are so many people in our community that want to get a license the right way. And unfortunately, the way the system has been set up for decades, people lose hope. They just give up because no one actually sits down and says, if you do this, and think about it, what we just had, this is a simple conversation. Simple, know?
Yes.
But yeah, so why don't you do me a favor then? Why don't you try this out, and you can log back in this morning if you want and give me an update. Do you think you can try to get the $45 done this morning?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. So try that out. Go to the website, try to pay through the website, that particular ticket that I sent you. Okay.
And give me the website again, Your Honor, one more time.
Sure. So
I won't rely on my memory
the only way that I found it is here.
You just simply Googled?
Yeah, let me share with you one more time. Okay. So I Googled, look at Allen Park District Court, 24th District Court. If you look under the heading 24th District Court, there's case search. Click on case search. Okay, you'll see a heading here for case search. You click on that. You put your name, last name, first name. And
case search.
And then you search it. All right. The one that in particular is suspending you is the middle one. I mean, to close it out might make sense to close them all out, but the one for sure that's suspending you is that middle one, ends in C. There's a little thing that says make a payment. Click on that. Make sure to put your traffic ticket in there. I mean, and basically,
And that's the number that you gave me in chat.
Yep.
That's the number that you gave me in the chat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm here all morning, so I'll just wait. If you want to log back in and give me an update how it goes, we can.
Yes, sir.
And then I can have my court administrator double check and make sure that it got cleared.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, so I'm here. So go ahead and log off and give it a shot and let me know.
Yes, sir. You're amazing, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, as you see, Judge Meinecke, because he's in that Operation Drive program, this is what he does. He goes through their records and see exactly what's suspending these people that don't have a license. I did do a double check, and as I see of right now this video, okay, he didn't pay it yet. So maybe he didn't have the money. I don't know. But his attitude changed, and he was definitely trying to figure out a way to get this settled. So back to the first hearing when he was all a sovereign citizen or whatever. Now, do you think that he was doing that because he knew he couldn't pay, or he felt like he didn't have a way out? And I know a lot of you don't care, but this is just questions for us to engage in the comments, because before he knew he had a way out, he was angry. Second hearing, he played it a little bit about the sovereign stuff, and Judge Meinecke just basically ignored it and said, okay, this is what I could do for you. And then this hearing, he's eating out of his hands. So y'all tell me what you think. I'll engage you as I always do, okay? So y'all have a good day, evening, or night. I'll see you around on the next video, but if for some reason he popped back in court, I'll have it, okay? But for now, the package is over. See ya.